Yo, what's up, guys? So here we go. I have a UU battle against Leodan, Mr. Leo, Mr. 6ftHax. Actually, I have funny small story like why I'm actually uploading. It's actually because and inspired and motivated by 6ftHax. So shouts out to you, Mr. Leo. So other than that, Prima problems. Like, this is the mon that's gonna give me all types of problems in this UU battle, as he also has his Gliss core, his Hydreigon. He's also bringing Mega Manetric. If you guys didn't notice, UU took a big giant turn recently, so Mega Manetric is down there, also with Scizor and Amoonguss. I'm gonna be starting out with my Absol. Also got my Entei, my Swampert, my Infernape, my Porygon 2, and my Noivern. And I actually switched into Porygon 2 on this Primarina because Porygon 2 is a monster when it comes to defense, and that's something to be said when you can take a Specs, Moonblast, or anything from Primarina. So I'm actually gonna stay in with my Porygon 2 and go for an Ice Beam on his incoming Amoonguss. And looking back at it, I probably shouldn't wanted my Porygon 2 sleep. If I wanted anything asleep, maybe it should have been something else, maybe like I don't know, Swampert or Noivern. But I couldn't Mega Evolve first turn, as you saw. So after I get put to sleep, I'm going to switch straight into my Infernape because I'm going to try to get up my rocks as he switches into his Glass Core, who also is going to get up his rocks at the same time. So I'm going to get up my rocks here. He's also going to get up his rocks, and this is more bad for my team because I have two fire types, though Infernape is a half fighting type. So, but I also have Noivern, who's a flying type. So this is more bad on my end than his end. So I'm gonna switch into my my Swampert here as he goes for the knockoff. And looking back at this, is actually it's a funny play because, I mean, why would I stay in? Because my Infernape is banded, so I got up rocks and there's nothing else I can do. So of course I'm gonna switch out. But looking back at it, I just wish that I had to let him just knock off my choice band for my Infernape. So as he brings in his Primarina, the monster, I'm gonna roar that out into a Scizor. And looking back on this play as well, I should have roared or double roared again, because I'm pretty sure he was going to either go for the U-turn or switch out, not wanting to take damage to a Scizor this early in the battle. And roar here would have been actually great because here comes Specs, or not Specs, but you usually see Scarfed Hydreigon in UU, and I use Scarfed Hydreigon as well because he's a good revenge killer at all times. So Scarfed Hydreigon is going to come here, take a skull, get burned, and then go for the Draco Meteor and just crush my Swampert here. And looking back at this play, I also could have switched into my Porygon 2. That would probably been a good play to make. I could have definitely ate a Draco and then maybe tried to wake up, and then went for a recover. But at this point, I'm gonna bring out my Absol here. And at this point, I wanted to just go for the knockoff, just in case he was -2, so he could have switched out, trying to just you know, not wanting to do a Draco at -2. But just in case either way, it didn't matter because I was gonna knock off anyway here. And after I knock him off, I outspeed him, and next turn I can just go for the superpower and knock out Hydreigon. But if he had switched out there, a knockoff on any other mon would have been great, as you can see. So I do go for the knockoff, then I knock off his Choice Scarf. Then after I knock off his Choice Scarf, I go for the superpower, like I said, and pretty much knock out Hydreigon. So that problem is gone. He was actually not a problem after he lost his Scarf anyway. So he's gonna bring in his Scizor here, and me at low health. And this is why I kind of like didn't want to switch into my Absol into that Hydreigon, because I'm at low enough health to where a Bullet Punch will knock me out. And I actually have Fire Blast on my Absol, and I could have just straight incinerated this Scizor like I've been doing in UU battles for a little bit now with my Mega Absol. Mix set is very well run with I run Fire Blast, Ice Beam, Knockoff, and Superpowers. So Scissors and Gliss cores like this one here have been taking a whole bunch of just KOs from my Absol. So as he bring in his Scissor here after going for the Bullet Punch, and I switched out because I couldn't go for the Fire Blast, I go for the Sacred Fire as he brings in his Gliss core to take it, and Choice Banded Entei with Sacred Fire. There is hardly any switch-ins that I can pretty much think of for that monster. So he brings in his Glass Core, and he probably can. He goes for the Protect, pretty much trying to get his health back up from the Toxic Orb. I go switch into my Noivern because I'm just going to try to get off a bunch of damage with pretty much a Draco here against the Gliss Core. But he goes for the Protect. As he goes for another Protect, I just went ahead and switched out because at this point there's no point for me to stay in against the Glass Core trying to get a KO with Noivern. That's just a waste of time. So I wanted to get my Porygon 2 in to try to wake him up as he brings in his Mega Manetric at the same turn. So this is actually, I mean, if you look at it and as a point to where you think that I will wake up within 2 turns, this is actually kind of good for me because I can take any attack from Mega Manetric. Like I said, Porygon 2 is just a beast. So he's going to come in here and get the Intimidate off and go for the Volt Switch. And he's going to be taking rocks damage this round, and then he's going to have to take another set of rocks damage. So later in the battle that could work out good for me as he brings in this monster Specs Primarina. So at this point, all I need is my Porygon 2 to just wake up. Stop napping, man. You know, you already had your rest before the battle. So I just needed him to wake up at this point so I can get this recovery off, because I'm not expecting him to keep on hitting Hydro Pumps like every play. So if I can just get him awake 1 turn and do the recover, then that would have been great for me. But of course I don't, and Porygon 2 goes down to 2 Hydro Pumps. And Specs Primarina with Hydro Pump is just ridiculous. That was kind of odd for Porygon to just be going down like that. But thanks to this Mon here Amoonguss, that became all possible. As he switches in his Amoonguss, he's pretty much just gonna sack it off here as I have my Noivern here. I brought Noivern in against Specs Primarina because she was locked into Hydro Pump, and I could just get damage off with the Air Slash pretty much. So at this point, he brought in his Amoonguss. Like I said, he's gonna sack that off, and at this point we're now 4-4. But he does have the upper hand in this battle. Like I said, he has rocks on my side of the field, and I have 2 Firemons and a Noivern. So it's he's definitely in his favor at this point in the battle as Mega Manetric comes in here and gets another KO. And shouts out to Mega Manetric. I might want to make a team from Mega Manetric for coming to UU. That seems like he can be a whole bunch of fun with the Volt turn core with Scizor over there, as you can see Leo using. So I bring in my Entei here and I go for the E-Speed and just hope and wish and pray for a crit, because that's the only thing that would have knocked it out. At that point, at the point I get a whole bunch of damage off. That's pretty much it. And at this point, I don't know why. I mean, I went for I knew I could have maybe knocked it out with like Mach Punch, but I didn't see really no point in going for the Mach Punch because his next Mon he would have brought in was either Primarina or a Gliss Core. So it was like I can just knock it out with Thunder Punch. And the off chance that, I mean, if you look at it, why would he bring in Primarina after seeing me go for a Thunder Punch? So if you look at it like that, it's like that was kind of a waste of time. It was like no point to go for the Thunder Punch, but the Thunder Punch did its job and knocked out Manetric, so that's fine. So he's gonna bring in his Gliss Core and then pretty much Earthquake me and knock out my Infernape. At this point, my last Mon is my Mega Absol. So shouts out to Leo. That will be good game to Leo. He's gonna win the battle 2-0 as I do knock out the Gliss Core with my Ice Beam from Mega Absol. So he's gonna bring in Scizor. He could have brought in Primarina, whichever, and just picked up this KO here. So he's gonna end the battle, and that will be the 3-0 victory in Leo's favor. And shouts out to 6ftHax. And I actually want to say that here, like I remember I ran into one of his videos back in like a while ago. It just looked so cool, and it was actually the first time I ever saw Citra, and I was just taken away by how cool it was. And I thought it was cool how he commentated, and I actually love the way he battles, because it's not like he's not like super flashy, but it's like fundamental 101 of how to win a battle. So shouts out to 6ftHax and shouts out to Leo. And Yep, so that'll be the UU battle for the day, and I do take a loss, unfortunately, and I will be coming for a win one of these battles, so watch out for that. And yeah, shouts out to the music, guys, and yeah, that'll be it for today's battle. And yeah, remember, request music, join Discord, and 2 videos on the end screen, and deuces.